choosing to fix yourself on the material plane of sense consciousness. Okay? An example, when Joseph was being sold into slavery, this signifies our own spiritual consciousness, or it signifies that our own spiritual consciousness is being bartered away, that we may enjoy the things, or that we may enjoy the things of sense, and that our life forces are being spent in their gratification. I'm going to read that again. We can look to Joseph in the Bible as being an example of operating on the lower or the sense plane. With Joseph being sold into slavery, this signifies our spiritual consciousness being bartered away, that we may enjoy the things of sense, of the senses, and that the life forces that we encompass are being spent in gratification. So if your life force is depleting, you need to look at how you are spending your currency. Okay? Spirit is coming to tell us that we are bartering away our spiritual nature for things that we can experience in the right now. We as a collective are bartering away our spiritual inheritance for the things that you can receive right now. Does that make sense? Spirit is coming to say that you are spending your life force as gratification. What are you gratifying? If you are spending your life force, what are you gratifying? What are you receiving from spending your life force? What are you receiving from spending your spiritual inheritance? Moses and the Israelites' journey consisted of going from the wilderness of Mount Sinai to ending their journey in the land of the Moab. When we translate or metaphysically look at the wilderness of Mount Sinai, it translates into the state of consciousness in which we find the exalted place in the mind. So this new moon in Scorpio is bringing us to the to the wilderness of Mount Sinai. This Scorpio new moon paired with the solar eclipse is bringing us as a collective and you as the individual into the wilderness of Mount Sinai. Meaning bringing you to a state of consciousness in which you find the exalted places within your mind, within your experience, within your senses. Okay? It goes on to say that the wilderness of Mount Sinai is a place of consciousness where we come into conscious communion with the divine. So this new moon in Scorpio is bringing you to a place where you have conscious communion with the divine. And nobody else can give you that. Not an astrologer, not your preacher, not your bishops, not your popes, not your political parties, not your favorite celebrities, not your favorite master teachers. Only being in the wilderness of Mount Sinai can bring you to a place where you have conscious communion with God. So this tells you that you're not going to find God in the light. You're going to find it in the darkness of yourself, and the voids that exist within yourself, and the dark corners of your mind and the dark corners of your subconscious and of your heart spaces, and the dark corners of the wombs that you create out of. This is where you will find conscious communion with God. Because it's only in the wilderness where spirit can get you still enough to listen. It's only in your tower moments where spirit can get you still enough to pay attention, to see yourself, to see the people around you and the things and how they move and operate around you. It's only in the wilderness of Sinai that you're going to find your conscious communion with the divine that you are. Not one that's in the sky waiting to ascend, but the one here waiting to ascend.